Finding your why in life, it sounds a bit cliche, doesn't it? But it's more important than many of us give it credit. It's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what pushes you on to want to be a better person and gets you through those difficult moments in life. Along the way, we seem to forget this a lot, but it still lives deep down inside us. My why is my darling daughter Estella. I love this girl more than I can ever describe into words. And one day when she's a parent, she'll understand a little bit more. However, I believe our why is not just our children, our family members. That should give me a gimme. For me, our why is our purpose. What were we brought to this world to do? We've all got a gift. We all bring joy and light and positivity to the world when we're being our best version. You know, what is our motivation? What is our passion? Is it music? Is it creativity? Is it helping others? Is it being kind to other people? Is it building things? Is it sport? Is it, who knows what it may well be? It doesn't matter what it is, but keeping hold of that and living a life quite close to that, I think is vital. So today, it's not going to be a motivational cliche type video. It's going to be talking about the importance of finding or remembering and then living through your why. And the thing I've noticed over the last couple of years, it can actually change. What your why was once in your life might be different now, and that's great as well. So, welcome to Life with Paul M. This is another episode of sharing real life stories of ups and downs along the way and put a positive spin on life. Sorry about that, I'm back again. Estella's very lovely friend Joanna's come round for a play date, so they're upstairs causing mischief. Going back to finding our why and living by it is almost another word for what your purpose is. And many of us are guilty with it. We put so much of our purpose and our why into our job and our status and how we do financially. And I understand that because we're programmed externally to be judged by success with how we look, what we do, and how we do it. And that's just a part of what success and part of what life can look like. You know, for me, the real success is yourself. How are you as a person? You know, we work so many years and we spend a third of our day or half of our waking day working. So one part of it is, why do so many of us get trapped in jobs and businesses that we don't feel that we can get out? You know, whether it's our safety net, our comfort zone, the money that we depend on, we get trapped in it. And we're not our true self. We're going through the motions. And that's why I always really admire people that do things that they've got a true passion for. Whether they're good at it or not is kind of irrelevant. It's they've been brave enough to identify what their passion is and they're going for it. And if they're making a positive impact on the world and they're helping other people along the way, fantastic. For me, I started my own business 25 years ago, but it was only over the last 8-9 years that I found my purpose of a business that I loved, that made me feel alive. It brought something out of me that's never come before. I was all in on it. Don't get me wrong, I was too all in, end up on an ECG machine, battling mental health, but I loved what I did because I had purpose. I was following my dreams. But our purpose is more than that. It's about our essence. So forget all the materialistic stuff, forget all of the work stuff, strip that away. Our essence is us. Who are you as a person? Strange question, isn't it? Who are you? What are you about? What makes you tick? You know, what's important to you? What's those amazing gifts and qualities that you've got, that we've all got, that we don't use enough, that's been buried deep down that life might have, you know, knocked the stuffing out of us. You know, it's still there. Think about that kid you were growing up, almost to call it the inner child. What used to get you going was still that same person that thinks that we know it all, but we don't in many ways. We've almost forgotten about what the purpose is in this world. And that's to do the things that we love to do. And yes, we can't all go and quit our jobs tomorrow and go and pursue a new career. But it's more about who are we, the conversations that we have for other people, the people that we hang around with, you know, who stimulates us? Who do we stimulate? Who do we inspire? Who inspires us? The hobbies that we do, the places that we go and travel, the restaurants and the food that we eat, is it all just the same? Or are we growing? Are we exploring? I've had a few moments over the last couple of years where I've realigned my purpose in life from having this business that I absolutely loved with a passion to then it got to the stage of it didn't fulfill me anymore, which was incredible because if you cut me open, I was my business, Pulse Roll. I loved it. But it didn't fulfill me anymore. And then I went to America to Route 66. Interesting why I felt so drawn to go there. And one day I'm lying on the road in this big long road in the desert in Arizona, and the whole world stopped. My life stopped. And this clarity that I got from it, this start of this transformation process of almost questioning myself, not just on the career side, but me as a person. What did I want out of life? Who did I want to be? Who do I want in my life? Making those decisions. Who do I want to give my energy to? What hobbies do I want to do? What don't I want to spend my time and energy on? And then fast forward to the summer that's just passed, I went to Peru. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm only sharing my experience, so do your own research on things like this. But plant medicines and psychedelic plant medicines can really change your life. It opens up your subconsciousness, it strips away the you that you are, and it takes you back to the essence of who you are as a person. And it was a near-death experience. I didn't think I was coming back, but the impact and the clarity it's given me to look at life with a complete different perspective. Yes, it helped me heal from different moments in my life. We've all been through stuff, if we're brave enough to acknowledge that. But it just gave me perspective and a huge self-development of growth of what was important to now what is important. So I think about when we're going to talk about our why is just looking at ourselves in the mirror and thinking, did I lose myself? Many of us do. What can I do to get myself back on track? And it doesn't happen overnight, but it's a mindset. And I think we owe it to ourselves and that child we used to be that's still inside us, our inner child. But I think we owe it to our children if we've got children. How can we inspire them to live the life of being fulfilled and being true to themselves if we can't actually live it ourselves? We're a hypocrite. I think the expression is monkey see, monkey do. We copy our environment all too often. So if we want to inspire people around us, friends, family, children, we have to lead the way and be brave enough to actually, go through our fears and question things. It's why and what motivates us, they roll into one. Our passions and our hobbies roll into one. So it's a really interesting topic, and I think I've only just scratched the surface with this. Something for you to think about is finding your why and then being brave enough to live it. Because some of the people around you, they won't like you changing. They won't like you realigning. A, because they'll miss who you are. B, you risk holding up a mirror to them, so they have to look at their own lives and their own choices that they make, and they might not always like it. So rather than question themselves, they'll come after you. But it's a great way to see who's the people that you want in your life. Who's pulling you back? Who's not pulling you back, but not pushing you forward? Build a life of the people that help support you and push you forwards, and you do the same for them. All of the neutral people and the people that pull you back consciously or subconsciously, for me, let's live them to do that. And when you get comments about change, it might be your friends, it might be past relationships. Yeah, for me, it's typically ex-wife who can't see that change, or people will make their own narrative, their own discussions. You might have people like that as well. Great. Keep life simple. You go do your thing and let the people that try and pull you back use that energy elsewhere. I think that's it. I've kind of gone in a roundabout way, but I really hope that I've kind of hit the point of us looking at ourselves at what we are about, what we used to be about, and what we should be about, because life goes by fast. And before you know it, we'll all be 60 and 70 and 80 and 90 if we're lucky enough to get there. And I think regrets in life are more about the things that we don't do than the things that we actually do. Because when we make choices, and I've got regrets, But when you make choices, you have an opportunity to learn and to grow, rather than being these bitter, cynical people who get to the end of their lives or whatever age they're at, but they've never truly lived their life. They've not truly lived their purpose, and they carry that bitterness, each to their own, and it sounds a bit depressing for some people, but I think the moment that we acknowledge that we're all dying, that the sands of time are falling from the egg timer, that's just a fact. But the minute you acknowledge that, the minute you can start to truly live and truly be yourself. Why is it people that get told they have 6 months to live or 2 years to live, or have a near-death experience, or get better from cancer, or something that was life-threatening? Why is it these people live a truer life and live a more grateful, a more happy, a more fulfilled life than the rest of us that are so fortunate that have got no challenges or not been through challenges like that? Because they've realised what's most important. But it shouldn't have to come down to going through incredibly difficult moments in life before you get the clarity and you can see what this journey of life is all meant to be. It ain't meant to be a struggle. It ain't meant to be so difficult. It ain't meant to be just fleeting moments of high success and high fantastic moments of a new car, a new holiday, a pay rise, the new house, how we look. It's inside, it's the essence. That is our why, that is our purpose. I'm going to leave you with that. Let me know in the comments what you've thought about this. Is any of this hit and kind of resonated, touch something to think about a little bit? What's your purpose? What's your why? My purpose, my why now is, of course, my family's always been everything for me. But my why and purpose is simply being a good person, simply helping others get through tricky moments, helping others become the best version of themselves, helping others by having empathy, helping others by not being judgmental and a know-it-all. Is just supporting people. And that's why Life with Paul M was born on the back of me going to America driving Route 66. I got so much lovely feedback of people saying, Paul, you really cheered up my day. The way you have a positive outlook on life and gratitude and resilience. And I've battled mental health. I've battled some really difficult moments over the last 5 years. But I got so much positivity back that I thought, you know what? This is what's next for me. And now I'm actually at the stage, I'm nearly finished writing the first 3 chapters of a book, which is going to be about riding the roller coaster and the ups and downs of life. So I'm actually writing a book. Who'd have thought it? Wait till see my English teachers. I'm about to launch a website to become, if want for another word, a life coach. My purpose now is to help people. My purpose now is to make wholesome choices of how I live my life, who I spend my time with, and to give my whole life to my beautiful, darling Estella, my daughter that I've been blessed with, and give her all of the life tools I can for her to go and make her own choices. Anyway, this is Life with Paul M. Interesting episode. Any likes, please, comments. It will really help YouTube push me out to more similar, amazing people like you. So please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much. Be kind to others. Don't always wait for people to be kind to you first. Sometimes just smile or be kind to somebody else, because you never know, they might really need it. Thanks so much for your time. Namaste. Sending lots of love.